Welcome back. We're joined now by Columbus head coach Blake Burns. The Titans' big win over Galena last night, 21-14, to claim a 3A regional championship. Coach, thanks for being here. First question I want to ask you, obviously you got to be proud of your guys for the way they played last night. What was the message, to your team in the locker room after the game?
Just how extremely proud we were of them to show the grit and heart that they showed throughout the course of that game. To come out, put together a 16-play drive, first possession with the ball, just to really kind of own time of possession. Then Galena, as they typically do, they battle back, and then just refuse to lose there at the end and just drive it down the field and just kind of put things away. Just very, very proud of how far they've come in the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Obviously, I was at that game. I knew Cole Minor had a nice game, but then I went back and watched the video he had. He had a really good game. He had a couple big catches, had that long touchdown grab, had the interception to seal it. Let's talk about his performance and how big he was for you guys last night.
He's just been a very consistent player for us for 4 years. He started out playing special teams as a freshman, had a huge game as a sophomore in Galena. Honestly, came back, this year to Galena, first game, dropped a couple passes, didn't play his best defensive effort, and he's just a kid that continues to battle. One of our senior captains called it Thursday morning, he said, I think Cole's going to have a great night. And I said, what makes you think that? He hadn't had the greatest week of practice. He said, I just got a feeling. So Jake Eddington called it spot on. Cole Minor just came up huge for us time after time after time, offense and defense. And he's just a kid that just keeps showing up every single week. He's been a great teammate to be around. The kids all look up to him, and just very, very proud of him.
Your defense obviously came up big. You held Galena to 14 points last night. That's just the third time they've been held under 20 all season long. What worked for you guys so well on that side of the ball against an offense that's normally hard to stop?
As I said before, talking to different people about Galena, there's not a lot of secrets between Galena and Columbus. It's a rivalry game. We went to a 4-man front defensively. Coach Crane did a phenomenal job scheming things up for him all week. And it really came down to our defensive line realizing the job they were going to have to do was not going to be a great one, but it was going to be a very, very important one, which was going to be slowing down Galena's offensive line, which has done a tremendous job all season, getting to the second level, getting to linebackers, and just opening up lanes for their 3 studs they have in the backfield. And D-line did a great job getting hands-on, letting our linebackers flow. And then Cole Minor and Siler Schuberger on the edge just did a great job all night just setting the edge.
Coach Scheibe from Parsons was there on the sideline last night, and he and I had a conversation during the game, and we both kind of said the same thing, that might have been the hardest I've ever seen Brett Hamilton, your quarterback, run. He ran really hard all night. How important was he to, what you guys wanted to do on offense and getting that ground game going?
Brett's taken a lot of criticism, honestly, in the community throughout the CNC, throughout the course of the season. Some of it warranted, some of it not. Sometimes Brett's a hard kid to love, but I love him to death. He's just a true competitor, but he's really kind of adapted his style to us running the football more over the last 4 or 5 weeks, and I couldn't be more proud of how hard he played. He just really wanted he just truly wanted to win that badly that he was willing to do just about anything. He ended up carrying the ball for us 31 times last night. Broke some big runs, got a first down for us to end the game, and it was that refuse to lose mentality that I think he truly has, and I was just so happy to see that on display in a huge moment like that for him.
You guys were 1-5 in your first 6 games, and I talked to you yesterday about it, and you said you guys started to play as a family. Was there a moment in a game or in practice where you realized that clicked for them this year?
The Parsons game, again, it's a game that our kids had kind of circled on the schedule because we went to team camp with Parsons. Things, of course, as it tends to happen with my senior class, and of course sometimes with Parsons kids, got a little chippy. So they were kind of looking forward to that one, and I really wasn't sure that we had really kind of turned that corner yet. But honestly, I saw it this week at practice. Usually whenever one of our sophomore defensive players would make a mistake, our seniors would be jumping on them sideways, yelling at them, things like that. But it truly it all slowed down for him. And also, it was Landon Midget walking up to one of our kids and just saying, hey, I need you to do this on this play instead of this. And then I actually talked to Coach Crane after practice and said, man, they finally got it. He said, what makes you think that? Well, they're not yelling at each other anymore. They're encouraging each other, and that's what the family mentality really comes down to.
You guys are going to have Wellsville or Hayden, in the state quarterfinals now. You guys are going to be the underdogs again. Being around you guys, that's something that you quite enjoy, right?
Oh, absolutely. That chip or that crack on our shoulder, and just kind of drives us to keep proving people wrong. And that's what this senior class is really. That's the part I love about them so much, is they want to prove to people that they belong and that they are, an elite class. And that's honestly what motivates me to get out of bed every day too. I just need one person to doubt me, and that's what these kids do too. And I think it's just going to be a great opportunity for our kids to get another home game. And we don't know a whole lot about Topeka Hayden or Wellsville right now, but we're just excited for the chance.
All right, Coach, I appreciate you coming out here. I appreciate you taking the time to visit with us, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.